Welcome back, guys, to Wars Up TV today, where we're giving a review of the Warriors versus the Tigers, 34-14 in the end, from memory, and what a game it was. Guys, firstly, hit that like and subscribe for more New Zealand Warriors content here at Wars Up TV. We're going to start off quickly, guys, by highlighting, I suppose, the key talking point from this game was Tanah Boyd losing Metcalf to the ACL injury. How was Tanah Boyd going to be? A lot of people supportive of Tanah, seeing what he's done in the Cup. Obviously, when his name came up on the screen as he came out, he's had 70 NRL games. This isn't a guy that's starting new. It's an experienced player with a really good pedigree, Australian schoolboy. So it was interesting to see what he would look like on the first grade field. But everything that everyone had mentioned, you know, big up to everyone that Ash and others. He's got an amazing kicking game, organizational half, all those things we got to see them. I thought firstly he just had a great structure about him, played within the system. It gave highlights of what it was like with SJ in terms of organization, setting up for the next play, all of those things. I thought he was fantastic. The kicking game, firstly, for me, the high kicks really falling on, um, on the 10 meter. That was great to get that extra position. I mentioned having the difference when kicking on the 20 and the 30, 20 and the 10. It gives you that extra tackle almost. And there was times we were able to build that pressure that way. I thought organizational wise, his distribution was good. His intent to go deep in the line as a half, his passing out the back, the little detail in terms of the passing to CHT was spot on in many instances. So I loved the intent with which he played with. There were some kicks. One of my favorite kicks was the kick where he got a repeat set. He kicked it, nudged it over the top between Staines and Taruva, and it, Staines tapped it out for a goal line dropout. But I thought that was one of the best kicks of the night. Just the variety which he played with, I thought he was fantastic. And I know everyone, the big talking point was, oh, now that Metcalf's gone, the season's done. And it's looking like the season's on still. Boyd just brings that organizational variety in terms of attacking shape. The right side started to hum again. There's no doubt that Dallin has started to progress again. He's gotten over the try line. Berry on that right, so 2 right side tries from organized attack on goal line. It's not to discredit Metcalf and the good work that he's done, but you're starting to see the looks that are designed from the goal line attack are starting to eventuate. And it's because we've got an organizing half who knows how to get the guys around the field a little bit more than Metcalf, who's still young in his halfback tenure. And it's a guy that's hungry. He hasn't come in complacent. He's come in. He says, I'm going to run this team. I can control it. And he's come in and he's done the goal kicking. He's done the field kicking. Um, he's done the attack, organized it with CHT. I love the interchange between him. CHT would get it first receiver. Sometimes he would get it first receiver. The speed out from first receiver as well, getting out to the line, getting to their cues, getting the ball out the shape, getting those movements from the defense to get the ball out wide. So it was really, really good to see. Then the main thing I noticed, and Webby pointed this out, was that it was actually more so his tackling. He had a lot of one-on-ones with Fainu there. And he nailed all of them. So those one-on-ones where he has to turn the shoulder and take that back row on by himself, he did a wonderful job with that. So that's good signs defensively that we've got a good half there. Go back again from the macro to the micro to the macro. What a recruitment call from Webby, from Cappy, and all of the above. They've got a quality half there, a guy that's hungry. He wants to get his career in track. He made that sacrifice for him and his wife and his family to come, and they're reaping the rewards of it. So I'm wishing Tanner all the best over these next couple of months as we look to get a top 4 as well. My man Tane, Lil Tane, you can't underestimate this kid. He's a footy player. I keep saying it. He's a footy player, and he goes and shows it again. 200 plus meters. The attacking involvements, he's able to get involved. His big involvement in terms of most of the tries for that right side. Pardon me. And then I don't think he got too much wrong defensively. I didn't look too much at like his defensive cues in terms of sending traffic which way. Maybe you could argue. I don't know that organizational wise, maybe got the numbers wrong. I can't can't say that yet, but I think from a player that line break at the end of the game where he just kind of weaved in and out of Taruva and all those things. He's just a footy player and should never be underestimated or diminish his efforts. He gets on his fronts very quickly, gets all those things really, really well, and it's just exciting to see what progression he makes while CNK is out, and deserves his spot right now as a fullback. I thought the key focus again, I mentioned the last 2-3 weeks was not being able to dominate the middle, especially against the Broncos, and Penrith really threw it at us. I thought this was a much better effort with Ford in the middle and New back to back row. Don't think New is built for that middle role, but Jacko Ford came in and did a massive job as well. I think we just controlled May and Paulie, who are good players, but we really stuck it physically. Lek Alasimo, I thought, was massive in his game. What a talent we've got there, to be doing what he's doing at his age. And then Clark is just huge in terms of even in contact defensively. No one was getting through him. And then his carries on that fourth tackle type of run where it's a quick play of the ball. It was awesome to see him really shine again as well. So that buy obviously is lifted the spirits. Thought Dimitri was huge off the bench as well. And I thought Tanah Smith as well, when he came on, did a great job. I think all the players actually just had really good involvement. We really dominated the running aspect of the game. We really dominated the tackle defense. A few lapses, obviously, defensively, but nothing to kind of scare or warrant major concern. And it is the Tigers. We're not saying we're the best team in the world right now, but to beat the Tigers convincingly is a good sign. Feel sorry for Rocco Berry. I know it's a struggle to see him go down like that. Dislocated shoulder. Webby mentioned it could be, who knows, a long-term off-season injury, or it could be if it heals right, come straight back in and he's fine. I just feel for the player. He's been riddled with injuries, which isn't a good sign at this stage in his career. But we're hoping that he recovers. So I'm wishing him all the best. And next man up, shout out to Mighty. I thought did a wonderful job out there in the centres. I didn't realize it, but he tipped the pass on to Dallin, which was good to see. So his involvement is showing that he can be versatile and doing a job. And credit to him for taking that role and being versatile and being a team player. So I thought that was really good. Dallin, I thought, had one of his best games. He looks back to fitness, or he just looks more confident. And he looks like his involvements, his yardage carries were great. That line break down the right-hand side was awesome to see him just in full stride. And so things like that I'm really, really impressed with. I thought Roger, again, he's probably having the breakout year for us. His probably, as a winger, he's been absolutely awesome. His tries, also his just yardage carries, his line breaks, gets penalties off of his carries as well. So massive shout to Rog. Overall, I thought a lot of people coming out saying it was a clunky game. I actually didn't mind it. I thought we played pretty clean for the majority. Yeah, there was some. I mean, that try the first 2 minutes was alarming, but and then they got another try down that edge. But there's some things to work on for sure. I mean, it was a good adjustment by Webby. I'd give Webby credit for switching Pompey to the right side. I think he realized obviously that right side needs to be solid, and you saw when Pompey went over there, he really shut down a lot of that attack. So Pompey again having one of those career seasons where he just will go. I think undervalued for what he's done, but in my eyes, he's been one of the best players we've had this season. When you really break down what he's been able to do, so what does that mean for us, guys? Top four. Well, we've got every chance of maintaining our top four position, even with the Broncos nipping at the heels. To get that win over the Tigers, if we were a team really low on confidence, we would have dropped that game. There was a period there where it was an 8-point buffer, but it felt teetering at times. But the goal kicking, the field kicking of Tanah Boyd bodes us well and says, well, even when Kate Well comes back, we've got the Knights coming up, we've got Titans, we've got a few other teams that we can match with them in the forwards. And if we have a good kicking game like we have with Tanner, it should bode well within the system that we get some more wins. So I think that it was the perfect game to come back off the bye with, and kind of get past the frustrations of the last 3 to 4 weeks. Now we can kind of set the tone for the rest of our season. Guys, we're on 11 wins. Can you believe that? No, you know me. I love to get to that minimum 12, 13. Look, we're 2 away. So at least we've got a top 8 finish in us, which would be a positive, no matter how we looked at it coming into the season. Then also you're adding in the element of, can we maintain the top 4? We definitely can if we play consistent footy. And we're showing signs that the teams that we're coming up against, we can more than match it with them. But we've got to prove it. We've got to show it in our training and all those things every week. But it's very, very exciting. So shout out to the boys. Big up the boys. Great win. Good for us fans to get something to enjoy. And we set our targets next week for Newcastle. But guys, there's the game review from what I thought. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Who was your standouts? What could we improve on? And we'll get back to you guys later throughout the week. Otherwise, as always, stay safe and peace.